We look here at these swings, like the left one was your before. Again, setup wise, we made a slight tweak there. I know the lines you know, but you can sort of see that your left arm is visible here on this right hand one. Okay, so you're not kind of so shrugged over with the right shoulder. But if you watch the takeaway on this one here now, as you go back, the club goes outside that blue line. So at this point here now, you're taking the golf club back, what we call quite hooded or closed. That's going to send the ball to the left anyway, rather than just letting the club work around between the two lines there. As you then go back here, now that club's quite steep. Now, you change the shoulders on this one here now, but at the same time here now, because of that, you've now changed the arms. Look at the difference in those clubs there.
Yeah.
For me, you want to get that kind of angle, but your arms are in front of your chest. So you kind of like drag the club too far behind. So this one being a little bit on the steeper side, as you're then at the top of the backswing, as you're coming back down, you find an okay angle there, but it's for me a bit outside the line. Club face is a bit hooded, and then you've got to try and almost toe it to try to redirect it. That was nearer where it wants to be, hence why the shot was okay. This one now, in terms of the angles, was okay, but look how much lower your hands are here now. So when you come back to the golf ball, you're underneath the red line with the club. So you've almost gone to two extremes, So it's finding that kind of middle ground. This one was sort of topped a little bit, where basically the club at this point, you want your hands sort of in front of your chest down the line, with the club kind of on this angle here now, okay? So it's kind of like, that one's too low, but the angle of the shaft is really good, This one was good for your hands, but the angle of the shaft was a bit too high, So it's those hands and that shaft angle. So that's just blending those two together. Now, that's not going to just go and happen. But that's the thing. So with this left-hand one, with the club shaft, if I clear all these lines out of the way, if your club is on a slightly steeper angle, like this, clubs like 7s, 8s and 9s are okay. You've got loft in your hand, you can not get away with it, but you're able to play it. If your club shaft is more on this angle, it's going to be more conducive to a longer club, sort of 3-wood, 4-wood, 5-wood driver, hybrid, those kind of stuff. But if your arms have gone too far behind you, now the club's going to be coming too far from the inside and bottoming out. So you've had a few toey ones where your weight, and again, if we take your arms and just pull them this way, where's your weight going to go? It's bound to fall back on your heels, isn't it? So that's why when you come into some of these shots, you've fallen back slightly away. So if you look at those two images, it's getting an in-betweener, So getting this sort of the hands in the same position, but the shaft of that club. I think mainly for you, if you can adjust the setup so we can see the left arm setup more here, you don't need to then start thinking so much about bringing the club around. This only sort of really happened when we sort of adjusted your shoulders and you're trying to drag the club around. I think had you had this setup, and dragged the arms around, you probably wouldn't have been that far from a good position. But the problem is the way that club goes back, it sort of just, we call hoods the club. So when you hit a reasonable strike, you just go, look. And then, of course, how do you try and hit the ball straighter? You try and hold on to the golf club, We want that club to sort of just moving, opening and closing the door, rather than going back kind of hooded and then trying to redirect it. So we'll have a few more shots on here now, but just getting into that position more so. So I think the setup is something that we can make a quick change there, Ash, obviously with the left shoulder. But now we're getting in a position where we're trying to find that club in a better spot. Okay, buddy?